When I moved back into my childhood home after 20 years, I thought it'd feel nostalgic. But on my first night there, the bathroom mirror didn't show me. It showed someone else standing exactly where I was. I told myself it was just exhaustion. I'd spent all day unpacking dusty boxes, fighting cobwebs, trying to make the place livable again. The mirror was old, warped, maybe just dirty, but when I leaned closer, the reflection blinked. And I didn't. I froze. It wasn't delayed. It wasn't distorted. It just wasn't me. The house had been abandoned since my parents died here 20 years ago. Gas leak. That's what the police report said. I was 10 at the time and somehow survived, though I barely remembered anything about that night. Just fire and my mother screaming my name. The house was rebuilt and left empty ever since, until I inherited it last month. The next morning, I went back to that bathroom, same mirror, but this time, my reflection looked younger, 10 years younger. It smiled at me, this eerie, crooked grin, and whispered something I couldn't hear through the glass. I ran my hand along the surface. It was warm, almost like skin. I called my friend Mason to come over, thinking maybe I was losing it. When he arrived, I told him to look at the mirror. He looked, then turned back to me, confused. "There's nothing weird," he said. But as he walked away, I saw my reflection turn its head to watch him leave. That night, I decided to check the attic, the one place I hadn't explored yet. Under a dusty tarp, I found an old wooden chest with my name carved into it. Inside were burned Polaroids, melted toys, and one unbroken photo. Me, my parents, and another kid I didn't recognize. A boy with my same eyes, my same smile, but standing in front of me, like he was the real one. I ran downstairs. The mirror was fogged over. In the condensation, someone had written a single word: switch. My heart pounded. I wiped the steam away and my reflection wasn't copying me anymore. It was moving on its own. It raised its hand, pressing its palm against the inside of the glass. I hesitated, then pressed mine against the outside. The surface was ice cold now, and then it smiled wider. My reflection mouthed the words, "You're not supposed to be here." The lights flickered. The room changed. The tiles turned black. The air filled with smoke. Suddenly, I was standing in the same bathroom, but on the night of the fire. The wallpaper peeled away. Flames crawled up the walls. Through the smoke, I saw my parents holding someone in their arms. A boy, covered in ash. It wasn't me. It was him. The memory slammed back into my mind. I hadn't survived that night. He did. I was the one who died, burned in that house, trapped behind the mirror I used to hate as a kid. And now, 20 years later, he'd come back, moved back in, and by touching that glass, I'd finally switched places with him. The next morning, the house was quiet. Sunlight spilled across the bathroom floor. Mason came by to check on me, but the front door was unlocked, and the place was empty. He called out for me a few times, no answer. Then he looked into the mirror, and there I was, smiling, waving, whispering through the glass. "Your turn."